the Jet Ski King from Tiger King. I want you guys to join me on the Risky Business podcast. I'll be giving you all the dirt. And remember, fuck Carole Baskin. She killed her husband. Boxing match with me and Jeff Lowe. I'd love to do that. Oh man, you're gonna get me sued. I'll become a Mexican citizen if Joe gets let out of jail. There's a lot of weird shit going on at that GW park. Man, I'm on a jet ski 8 hours a day. How can you fucking hate on that, you know?
How's it? Oh, that's all right. Another day on the water for you, eh?
Yeah, we're actually out here fishing right now.
Oh, jeez.
Living a life.
That's awesome.
All right, let's try this now.
Yeah, trick off. If the audio's fine, that's all right with us.
The audio.
Yeah, we were just talking over computer.
Gotcha.
Ready to go?
Yeah.
All right. You want to take it off?
Yeah, James, so we're just going to introduce you to all the viewers. So, we got James Garretson here, the real MVP from Tiger King.
The Jet Ski King. How you doing, James? How's everything going?
That's going good. Everything's good. I'm out here in the Florida Keys doing a little bit of shark fishing today.
Oh, there you go. Living the life, eh? Living the life. So we kind of want to just, rifle off some questions, see, obviously pick your brain on some topics from that incredible show on Netflix. So first question we wanted to ask you was, number one, how'd you meet Joe Exotic? Give us a story on that.
I've known him for about 20 to 25 years. I personally own tigers too, so I've owned tigers, almost 25 years. So I knew him being in that business. I met him a few times and really didn't hang out with him or anything till this all started like 4 years ago with this murder for hire and all this drama.
Yeah. So 4 years ago. So you guys knew each other for 20 years, and then we read something that after about 10 years, you had previously owned cats and other exotic animals, and you moved them into the GW Zoo. Is that correct?
Yeah. I've had animals pretty much since I was 17 years old. So almost 25 years I've owned exotic animals.
Yeah, that's awesome. Quick question. We're just gonna get right into this. Give us the whole rundown. Carole Baskin, what are your thoughts on her?
Man, my thoughts, she's a hypocrite. She's doing the same thing everybody else is doing, It's not okay for other people to have tigers, but it's okay for her.
Oh,
James, you still there? Oh,
we lost you there.
Not living in the best condition.
Yeah. So Carole Baskin, she gets a lot of attention. We all know that, obviously, from the documentary. She has a following. How is she kind of able to, in your opinion, manipulate these people to follow her? The documentary is pretty obvious that she's not a good person. She's not a good individual. Give us your thoughts on that. Obviously, she's built quite a following with her business. So
it's a little bit of a cult leader.
A little bit of a cult,
yeah.
A little Kool-Aid there. So give us a little rundown on what you think of that.
Yeah, she's, I don't think anything's going to affect her by any means. She already has millions of dollars.
Yeah. Not from her though.
Followers are somewhat cult-like followers, kind of like Joe. They each have their own little fan clubs and people that'll support them no matter what they're accused of.
Yeah.
She'll weather the storm, I'm sure.
Yeah. Yeah. So Joe started this business with, it's definitely a different culture there. At what point did that business, from your perspective, because we know you kind of moved your stuff into there. At what point did that business start to go downhill? What point was it like, this is not going to work out? Joe's in some serious trouble.
Oh, are you talking about with me and him?
Yes. Yeah.
I was never in business with Joe. Right. I loaned him some money to open a pizza restaurant. and basically got screwed there. He had this idea to open a pizza restaurant in front of Tiger Cage, and I didn't know he was basically using the expired Walmart meat because his idea was, hey, I don't have to buy any, there's no food costs here. We can just take the rotten shit off the truck, throw it on a pizza, and everything will be fine. We'll make a lot of money.
Yeah, but none of that was your idea, though.
Yeah, he basically robbed me out of about $25,000, and it's not what I did. It's not why I did what I did, but I just didn't agree with the things he was doing to the animals,
Right.
Killing animals, selling all the animals. I just wasn't cool with all that.
Yeah, because that cat business is pretty intense. We've done some extensive research on that and seen that a lot of the people are hypocritical and it's
what do you
crazy.
think of animal people?
Yeah, what do you think of it?
Or big cat people?
Yeah, what do you think of big cat people?
What do I think about the business in general?
Yeah.
Well, I think you have a couple different people. I think you have people that really love animals, and then you have people that want to use the animals to showboat. Maybe to get laid, maybe to whatever. You have a lot of people in it for the wrong reasons. That's my take on it.
Sounds like Jeff Lowe there.
Yeah, so I mean, I have animals because I like them, I enjoy them, but I'm not out there making a living off of them. I do other things to be able to support my hobby, which is, it's a hobby, it's not a business. And a lot of these people that have animals, it's a hobby for them, but they figured out a way to dupe the public and make the public support their hoarding problems.
Right.
So, it's real hypocritical. It's a lot of hypocrites out there.
Yeah.
James, Jay was looking at getting a Jet Ski King tramp stamp. What do you think about that? Can we get your signature for that?
Tramp stamp. Yeah, that'd be a cool idea. Just maybe not put my picture on it. That'd be kind of.
Put it. That's what you wanted right there. You wanted it right in the front, though.
You got to remember, man, I was one of the only straight people on the Tiger King. Everybody else, they were putting men's names on each other, and it was man, I don't know. This Howard Baskin stuff trips me out, where he was walking around. Carole was walking around on a poodle dog leash.
Oh, we saw that.
What do you think about that?
Yeah. What are your thoughts on that photo?
That was a little fruity, man. That was a little fruity, I don't know. Maybe he was one of Joe Exotic's exes or something. I don't know. There was a lot of weird shit going on. There was a lot of weird shit going on at that GW Park. I mean, the movie doesn't even give you a piece of it. How really sick and twisted it got. I'm looking for a producer that wants to tell the real story, to show the real facts, and present the real picture. Yeah. But it didn't show a whole lot of things that actually went on.
Yeah. So, what exactly went on? Give us a brief summary of stuff that we saw in the documentary that it simply just isn't true.
I mean, I haven't seen the series. I haven't watched it all. I've watched bits and pieces of it. There was a lot of, animal torturing going on, a lot of killing, a lot of selling. There's a lot of freakiness, with their whole sex life. I pretty much have I actually seen proof that they were having Joe's husbands one of them would have sex with live animals. And I wasn't really cool with that. And that did happen. He can sue me or whatever, and I'll be happy to share put the video on YouTube. But some weird shit did happen. And
send the link, James. Send the link.
The what?
He said, send the link. No, that's messed up. I mean,
I wouldn't want to disgrace the animals. I don't really care about showing the husbands' faces, but. I don't want to put the animals out there like that, because that's pretty damn sick and twisted. Yeah.
You've known Joe Exotic for a long time. What's one of the craziest things you've ever seen him do?
Oh, man. He didn't kill stuff in front of me, because, I would have put a stop to it. I'm not like the other guys. The people that worked for him are weak-minded individuals. They were mostly on dope and stuff. Yeah. And, I wouldn't have put up with that one bit. If that ever happened in front of my face, I'd probably take the gun away from him and beat him with it. Yeah. But just how he talked to people and how he treated people. He basically, he would blackmail them. He'd blackmail them. He would always threaten, hey, most of them had warrants out for their arrest and stuff. So he had them. He had control over these people.
Yeah.
And they would do whatever he wanted to do. I mean, none of those people went forward to the feds, but they did start cooperating once the feds started asking questions. But they should have put an end to him a long time ago, in my opinion.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's like we were just thinking, thinking about the Joe.
Weird stuff.
Yeah, well, running for governor, that's one thing that.
Did you vote for him, by the way?
Yeah, did you vote?
Did I fucking vote for him? Hell no. No, he wouldn't even. I think he got 400 or 500 votes.
Yeah.
That was probably his followers. And when he ran for president, I heard he got like 600 votes. Running for the U.S. president, he got 600 some odd votes. I mean, come on, you gotta. There's 300+ million people in the United States.
Yeah.
Donald Trump and them, they didn't even know he was on the ballot till now, till the Tiger King came out.
Yeah, we just watched that clip of a reporter asking Donald Trump about the series and
asking for a Joe Exotic pardon.
Yeah, which we all know is probably not going to happen, and we know that you're not a fan of that either, right?
Man, I don't. You have all these rappers and all this stuff. Free Joe Exotic, free this and that. I mean, these people don't know what the guy's done. They probably didn't read all the court transcripts. He had no defense in what he did. There was absolutely no defense. He had one person that testified on his behalf. And you know who that was? That was a lady, an attorney that works for PETA named Brittany Peete. That was his only witness on his side. And the government brought like 20 some odd witnesses.
What do you think of PETA, James?
What do I think about what?
PETA.
PETA, they're the biggest hypocrites ever. I mean, they kill more animals. Their death rate is horrible. I mean, they do nothing. All they do is raise in. I mean, you look at their building in Virginia, it's probably, it's a huge high rise, and they don't have dog shelters. All they do is take in a bunch of money to pay a staff, or they pay lawyers to harass people every day. I mean, they're a joke. They're a joke.
Yeah. Yeah.
And, I'm sure they're gonna love me for this video, but in my opinion, fuck PETA.
Hashtag fuck PETA.
We'll tag them in this one.
Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna eat steak regardless, and nobody is gonna stop that. And I'm gonna fish, and nobody's gonna stop that. So, screw PETA.
Fuck PETA. Let's
gonna get me in trouble. I'm gonna even have more haters after this interview, probably.
No. We saw the whole documentary a couple times, and we wanted to let you kind of explain your side of the story. I mean, you said you haven't seen the series, so you don't really know. What kind of attention have you got from the series? Have a lot of people reached out to you regarding good things, bad things? What's the attention?
Yeah, most of the hate mail that I get is, hey, you fat fucking rat, or whatever, or you snitch or whatever. But what people don't realize is Joe was already under investigation. He already had other people go to the feds and say, hey, he's trying to get this lady killed. So he was already cooked. His husband, Flip, John Finley, he was one of the first ones to flip on him and jump on the government side. So, I wasn't the only snitch involved in the whole thing. Everybody turned on him. But, I get hate, but then I consider the source. I look at most of their Facebook pages. I'm like, is this guy really hating on me? And it's comical. They know where to find me if they want to show up and do something.
We saw some crazy comments. Like some of the comments we saw, like walking Chucky doll, like just crazy stuff, jet ski, lesbian, crazy shit, man.
I actually like Chucky, I like Chucky. I grew up as a kid watching Chucky, so I'm cool with it, and I'm cool with being a little fat guy. I mean, I'm cool with it. I eat good, man. I eat a lot of steak.
Like people are saying crazy shit.
Just the worst comments.
No one would say it in person, though, right?
Nobody says that to you face to face.
Yeah. I mean, it's just I just I get probably 50 to 70 Facebook messages a day of snitch or rat, and if anybody sits there and watch and lets the guy get by with killing animals and skinning animals, you know, then they've got issues, mental issues. But I don't really give a shit what they say about me. It's not going to change my way of life.
Yeah, you're living free. You're out in the water right now.
Man, I'm on a jet ski 8 hours a day. How can you fucking hate on that, you know?
Yeah, they're just mad because you're gonna fuck their bitch on a jet ski, right? I mean, it is what it is.
They're haters, you know. They need to worry about getting out there and getting their hustle on before they, you know, make allegations against me or whatever. Most of the people making allegations are probably sleeping on their mom's couch.
Yeah. Man, when you get famous, you're gonna get haters, right? And right now you have a lot of fame.
Man, I'm not no famous here or nothing. I'm just having fun with it, and you know, just laugh it off, and then you know, I'm cool with it all. It don't bother me.
Yeah, let's talking about the hustle. You are, what was the first business you started? We know that you opened up a strip club in Fort Worth, and maybe give us the whole background on how you got into business and.
I mean, I done a lot of things in my time. I had when I first got out of school, I had a welding business. Did welding, and I always, you know, been a little hustler. Hustle this, hustle that, buy this, sell that. It's been pretty much my whole life, and then I pretty much just, you know, tried a lot of different things out, failed at a lot of things, did it again. You know, you fail all the time. Part of business. Yeah. And you know. Now I'm pretty much doing the jet ski rental stuff and water sports business, and it's lucrative and it's good and it's a lot of work, but you know, I want to be on the water every day and whatever. You know, I might do another strip bar. I'm in talks with a couple guys to do another strip bar.
Has the documentary affected your business?
Well, yeah, we get hate mail. You know, not hate mail. We get a lot of calls, you know, assholes. You know, do you have that snitch working there? And, you know, fuck that snitch and all this, you know, and we get stupid people calling, and
that's weird, man. I thought it would grow the business.
Yeah. Oh, it's gonna help it. It's gonna help it. You know, I'm doing these cameos. I don't know if you're familiar with Cameo, and I'm doing a lot of them, and I do them every day. I sit out on my jet ski and do these shout outs and things, and it's basically cameo.com and, you know, James Garretson. And I do these things, you know, I break up with people's wives for them. I call people out, you know. I might have to wear a bulletproof vest when I open back up, you know, but.
Jay does the same from a casting couch. He does the cameos too.
James, how many cameos are you doing a day?
What was that?
How many cameos are you doing a day?
Man, some days are better than others. I mean, you know, there was times I do 30 or 40, you know, and then it's slowed down a little bit. You know, these people are, you know, preparing, you know, to open back up and stuff. So it slows down. It comes in, you know, little, every day's different, but you know, hey, it got me through the bad times, you know, because down here, I'm in the Florida Keys. The roads are closed to the public, and they could be closed for another month or two. So it's helping me survive, you know, the business through, you know, the tough times. So, hey, I'm enjoying it.
Yeah, that's what matters.
What's life like in the Florida Keys right now, brother?
It's pretty nice. I mean, we're just out here I'm actually on a pontoon boat. We're out here just shark fishing, and you know, that's what we do for a hobby. You know, PETA loves that. They love shark fishing.
Shout out to PETA, yeah.
Yeah, if you ever in Miami and you want to go fishing, look up Mark the Shark. And PETA loves him too. And you know, they don't like people. We catch and release sharks, but they don't like the fact that people shark fish. And I mean, they've lost their minds.
Yeah. Is that whose boat you're on right now? Are you with Mark the Shark right now?
No, I'm not. I was with Mark the Shark. I fished on his boat about 2.5, 3 weeks ago. Okay. And I'm on my pontoon. We rent boats too down here in the Keys. Yeah. So I'm on my boat now and have some friends on here. There's my little one right there. You know, he's working hard. He's 4. You gonna say hi? Cash?
Hey, buddy.
Hey, buddy.
He's busy on his tablet.
That's awesome. I mean, moving back to the documentary, let's touch on, and I know we both wanted to talk about Jeff Lowe for a second. Give us a little bit of what do you think of Jeff Lowe? Give us a little taste of that.
Man, I I don't talk to him anymore or anything. I don't really, we've talked there for a while, but I mean, I don't like him. I mean, he misleads people, and it's that whole park thing is just a bad situation. The whole park thing. I mean, they just need to close that park down and get those animals to some place better where they can be taken care of properly. And that's my opinion. Maybe we can. Maybe you guys could put together a boxing match with me and Jeff Lowe. I'd love to do that.
There we go. That for charity.
Let's make that happen.
Let's do it for charity. We're gonna do that.
Give every dollar to charity.
I'm thinking first round knockout, James.
First round knockout for you.
Oh yeah, man. If I don't finish them within 10 seconds, I'd probably off myself.
Jeff Lowe's ring name
I will do it.
can be Jeff the New Slim Shady Lowe. It'd work.
I'll give him 20-second rounds. Hopefully I can finish them in 10.
Well, I mean, Jeff Lowe already got in a boxing match with his first wife, right? So.
Yeah, I mean, this is something you probably don't know, but Jeff Lowe beat up Dylan, or Joe's current husband.
Beat off or beat up?
They wrestled around on the ground like, a couple girls. And Lauren had to come and kick Dylan a couple times to get him off of Jeff Lowe. So
wait, Dylan.
Jeff Lowe had problems with that little guy. He's gonna have a whole lot of problems with me.
Wait. Dylan was winning?
Dylan, the Joe's current husband.
Yeah.
Him and Jeff Lowe got in a fight, and they wrestled around on the ground, and Lauren had to come help Jeff Lowe, take care of Dylan. So if he can barely whoop that little guy, he's gonna have a hell of a problem time with me.
It's gonna be a bad day for him,
It's
James.
gonna happen though. We're gonna make this happen. I'm telling you, James. We're gonna come to you. We'll plan.
280 pounds to throw at him, so I'm good.
I love that. That's awesome.
Have you ever listened to a full Joe Exotic album?
Man, I actually, the only really song I listened to was that Here Kitty Kitty, and it was on point. It was hilarious, But if those two, Joe and Carole, would have just minded their own business, neither one of them would be in this position.
Yeah.
But they were too busy throwing rocks at each other, and obviously the person with the most money is going to win.
Well, we know Carole didn't make her own money, right?
Yeah, I think she multiplied it. I mean, the lady, obviously, usually, the women, she multiplied his money, and it was crazy.
Yeah.
Biggest question, James. Did Carole Baskin kill her husband?
Oh man, you're gonna get me sued.
You don't.
All right, so here's the deal. I'll tell you my opinion.
Okay.
So she knew about it, or hired somebody to do it, or something, but I think she was involved in it because, I mean, when you look at all the facts of the case, everything points to her.
Yeah.
So everything points to her. So I don't know, I would say, yeah, I think she did it.
Yeah. The documentary makes her seem very guilty, and I don't know, maybe if she wanted to be on camera to show a compassionate side of herself that made her seem like she didn't do it, but I think she did more bad than good.
Yeah, I mean, she's a hypocrite. Okay, look, she takes in $4 or $5 million a year. All right, you give me $4 million in one time, I will build the biggest, nicest cat place ever. It would be off the chain.
Yeah.
But for her to take in that kind of money and to be run by volunteers and to have the cages that shitty and that rusty, it's comical why people still give her money.
Yeah.
She spent $1 million in lawyer fees probably stalking Joe and his family. So, what could you do with $1 million, man? You could build a whole lot of big ass cages in yards for millions of dollars. It's crazy.
Yeah. Strip clubs too.
Yeah. Oh man, you could build a monster amount of strip bars. But and then you got Joe. He spent all his money on trying to be Milli Vanilli and lip singing. He spent all his money on the.
So that's not his voice. That's not his voice.
No, that's not his voice.
No, it's a Danny Clinton band. It's a guy named Vince Johnson that sings. But he was paying him, I think he told me $2,500 a song for Vince Johnson to sing his music. And then he would make the video and do the Milli Vanilli, you know, like he. But everybody that heard Joe sing knew he talked like with a voice like this, you know. So everybody knew that wasn't him singing. But he was selling the DVDs and all the, you know, he was a marketing person.
Yeah. He sold it as if he was singing the song.
Oh my God, no! I was at the funeral for his the husband Travis.
Yeah.
And I heard Joe sing at that funeral, and it sounded like hammered shit. I mean, it was horrible.
Was he singing like he was singing to everybody at the funeral?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, he was singing something. I didn't really pay attention because it really didn't remind me of a funeral. I mean, it was kind of comical. He showed up with his priest outfit on there, and I mean, it was the funeral was comical. It was all about him. You know, everything was about him.
Yeah, that's a prime example of somebody that's driven by their ego, and I think Carole Baskin's probably similar.
Yeah, but for the Travis guy that shot himself, he was just a grown kid. I mean, he could have been a good kid, you know. So I don't know how he talks these guys into. I don't know how he makes guys gay, but he had a way to do it. He had a way of doing it somehow.
Yeah.
Because both of his husbands were straight, right?
Man, I know John Finley's not straight, man. I got pictures of a black guy bending him over and Joe watching in the corner. I'll be happy to send it to you if you want to see it. But yeah, they weren't straight. I mean, I don't call that straight.
Yeah,
No.
I mean, that's a 22-year sentence for Joe. Does he fully deserve that? Does he deserve less, more? What are your thoughts on that?
Man, for the animal stuff, I mean, the Baskin stuff really, I could care less on the Baskin stuff. But on the animals that he did stuff to, he did some pretty gross stuff to animals. But so did others too. Like Eric Cowie, he watched all that stuff happen. So I consider him as guilty as Joe. John Reinke, same thing. He worked at the park. None of them went forward. And if they really cared about animals, they would all went forward to the authorities or whatever. I think if he got 50 years, it would be too short, in my opinion.
So you're saying bestiality, eh? Were you looking at Jay's search history, or what was going on there?
Man, there were some jump drives found and things like that of that nature, and there was some crazy stuff going on.
Who have you been in contact with that was in the documentary? Since that documentary happened, like how many conversations have you had with people that were involved?
I haven't talked to any of them.
Nobody, eh?
Nobody. No, that Eric Good, the producer, he screwed everybody, so I'm suing him. Well, I haven't sued him yet, but my attorneys are going after Netflix because he misled everything. We weren't told this thing was being sold to Netflix. You know, we were told, oh, nobody's going to pay for this stuff. Nobody's going to do this. Nobody's going to do that. And I was given a mere $5,000, you know, for wasting all that time filming this stuff for this guy's documentary. And we didn't even know it was going to Netflix. So, you know, there's going to be a lot of stuff unfold with this whole deal.
It's crazy, man. It's probably the biggest TV show / documentary in the world, and they only paid you $5,000.
$5,000 to put up with a lot of assholes, you know, sending me stupid texts and stupid emails, and it's just not worth it. I mean, it's not worth it while these producers got away with all this money, and they're still running around with cameras filming people. And yeah, it's not good. So I'm gonna try to make some things right.
Yeah, you almost put up with as many assholes as Joe Exotic.
Well, I mean, people just see him as this comical character, and you know, it's not, man. The guy is evil, and he's not this great man like he claims. I mean, he talks to people horribly. It's just people were scared to come forward, and I don't know why. You know, I don't know why anybody's scared of him.
Yeah. If you could go back, would you do it?
The what?
The documentary. If you could go back, would you do it?
No, I wouldn't have done it. No, not at all. Not at all. You know, not having to put up with all the shit I got to put up with, you know, and I mean, I don't really care, you know, but it's still, you know, when they call you business and harass people and stuff, there's a lot of stupid people out in this world.
Yeah, for sure. James, we're gonna ask you a couple questions. Jail or no jail? Who do you want to ask? We'll start with Carole.
Carole Baskin, jail or no jail?
Are you saying jail or no jail?
Yeah.
Jail.
Jail. Boom.
Howard Baskin.
Stupidity. Marry Carole.
He might enjoy jail too much, so fair enough. Jeff Lowe.
I think Howard's just a sucker for the ride. I'd say no jail.
Okay.
Yeah.
Jeff Lowe.
Oh, jail. Come on.
Yeah, jail.
Jail. Doc. What about Doc?
Doc Antler. Or Antle.
Sorry, what was that? Definitely?
I'd say jail, yeah. Yeah, like he dupes the public too. I mean, you got to think, when you go through that many Cubs every year that he does, where'd all these things end up at? You know? Do the homework, people.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a wild business, as we've seen in the documentary.
Does he actually have a bunch of wives?
Yeah, how real is that?
I mean, I was told he does, but you don't, when you're in like that business, you don't know who to believe because everybody's so damn two-faced and, everybody talks shit and, it's just crazy. You don't know what to believe, but I'm told he does.
So that is potentially true. Yeah. There's obviously some money involved there. He's definitely paying these women.
Yeah, I mean, it could be rentals. You got to think Joe's wives. I mean, Joe's husbands or wives or whatever the hell you classify them. They were all paid because even when Joe was in jail, he was always putting posts up that, hey, I got to pay Dylan's car payment because that Dylan doesn't work. So Joe would give him a car to drive, give him money for weed. So I call them rental husbands. And yeah. The same thing with Travis. Before he died, I used to go out there and shoot guns with him. And he told me, he's like, James, you got to take me to a strip bar pretty soon. I've got to get out here and I've got to get laid. And I was like, dude, you got Joe. Oh, man, it's not like that. So, he basically turned these guys gay because Joe always told me, he's like, Dylan was the first gay guy he's ever been with. So, I don't know. Some weird shit going on there, man. You ought to call Dylan and ask him what's going on.
Maybe we will.
Maybe we will. But we need to get that charity fight. If you're, say it right now, if you're on 100%, we're going to get that charity fight right now. We're going to start working on that. Are you in 100% for that?
I'm 150%.
Let's do it. This is going to happen.
I will shred him in 20 seconds.
Can he wear his bandana in the ring, though?
No, man, he can't have the bandana on, He has to be bald.
Is he covering his premature balding? What do you think there?
No, he's fully bald.
What I don't like about him is he's always on there. He's one of them keyboard warriors, always bragging about Shaq or always bragging about all these donations, always bragging about this new zoo that nobody's ever seen. It's just, if he just keep his mouth quiet and run his business, it'd be one thing. But, that zoo was handed to you. You didn't pay for it. Joe and his mother signed it over to him, gave it to him to get away from the Carole Baskin lawsuit. So, the boxing match, yeah, no problem.
Yeah, we'll make that happen. We got the boys working on that right now.
You know what I'll do to train? I'll go eat donuts every day. No workout needed for that one.
Easy money.
You think he'll start training for that?
Him?
He won't. Do you think he thinks that he can beat you in a fight?
Man, if he does, he's delusional.
He also thinks he's Eminem / Slim Shady. Yeah, so,
that documentary portray. He's the worst guy.
He's the worst character in the whole show.
I couldn't stand the guy.
Well, yeah, because the whole hat and the whole buckle jeans and his whole image just looks like tacky, Hell, I only wear flip-flops and, whatever, I don't even have shoes, But him, he tries to overdo it with the Ferrari hats. He'd always put posts on there about his Ferrari. And, people that really have money don't get online and brag about it. No, you never see anybody going on there talking about what they have.
Yeah.
How did he make his money, James?
I have no idea.
Nobody knows, really.
I mean, nobody knows there's even any money there, which, if he's, Eric Good, this reporter, I guess he was asking him for money to build this new zoo and stuff. So, I don't know. And if they're dependent on donations and stuff, I don't know. I don't know.
What were you told by? Yeah, for sure. What were you told by the reporter before the documentary started? What exactly did they tell you was going to go down?
Well, he just said he's putting together a documentary, and he said he was going to put a documentary together on Joe, and then it's more about Carole, and then now he's calling around everybody trying to get dirt on Doc. So he's a little slimy fucker, that runs around just tells people, oh, nobody's going to pay for this shit. He told me like 5 different occasions, nobody's going to buy this shit. I'm just doing it because I'm a rich businessman. I guess he owns some hotels and stuff. So, he basically just misled everybody. And, I have an attorney that's Brian Rogers. He's actually sent Netflix some letters and things. But, yeah, there's going to be some lawsuits and stuff flying around pretty soon.
Yeah. Some lawsuits for a lot of people, I'm sure. I mean, the documentary really opened everything up to, I think there's a lot of people that are kind of going to be, well, maybe already are under investigation from it.
Yeah, I mean, there's going to be more to this whole thing, with the feds and, other people that are, they have interest in. And, it's going to go on for a while, I'm sure. But for Joe, I mean, Joe's not going to come out walking. I mean, he's not going to get pardoned or anything like that. If he does, I will officially move to Mexico.
Yeah.
You'll become a Mexican citizen.
I'll become a Mexican citizen if Joe gets let out of jail.
You'll probably be a better boxer.
That'll be how corrupt our system is if he walks out of jail.
Mexico. Are you a Trump fan?
I am. But I'm losing faith in my boy though with all this pandemic bullshit that's going on.
What do you think of Ivanka Trump? Would you hit that or not?
Oh, yeah, in a millisecond. Yeah, I can't believe you even asked me that question. That's an affirmative yes.
You have an hour and her alone in a room. What's happening?
Man, I'm not gonna bring other people in there to help me. That's for sure. No, I think Joe had to bring in a guy to help him with his husband. So I can handle it. Might have to go hit the Stairmaster and stuff and work out a little bit before Ivanka, but whatever.
James, have you seen a lot of the? Obviously, it's the podcast the documentary has brought some insane stuff to social media. Have you seen any of the memes going on?
Oh, memes about me or others?
Everybody, anything. What's your favorite?
Yeah, I look at them and I laugh. I like the ones of me, on the jet ski and shit. I don't really care. I mean, if they want to promote, let them promote. But the Jeff Lowe memes are the funniest, I think.
Oh yeah. Let's give a little promotion for your business right now if you want.
Man, I'm afraid to kind of put it out there, but yeah, I'll put it out there. But if you want to come to Marathon, Florida and rent some jet skis, just look us up. Marathon, Florida. Do you guys have a website? Yeah, we do. I'll give it to you. It's wakezonewatersports.com. White Zone Watersports. Like the wake zone. You're driving to a wake zone, watersports.com. Wakezonewatersports.com for anybody. And if anybody sends hate mail to that, I'm going to retaliate. So just give everybody fair warning. Do you answer all those emails? We have somebody that does. Yeah, I don't answer them. I can't keep up with all my hate mail. So yeah, they just go to an inbox, and every now and then I'll scout through them and see if there's anything that's funny. But yeah, most of it, they send me a picture of a rat, and eating a block of cheese, which whatever.
Do you ever get any nudes in there, James?
Yeah, I've seen some of those. Yeah. I don't know. People are pretty twisted, from women, not dudes. Yeah, I don't. No. They're probably sending letters. Those types of people probably sending letters to Joe, hoping he gets out, probably looking for a 5th or 6th husband, Oh yeah, a lot of people are trying to get him out. But he's in a good spot where he's at, man. He's got all the men he could ever deal with. Yeah.
He loves prison.
He'll get plenty of what he likes in there. So, I don't know.
Well, James, thanks so much for giving us your time today. We really appreciate it. We know you're a busy guy. And
Yeah, I'm busy, man. I'm out here with they caught a couple groupers and things while we were
oh, you're missing out.
while we were chatting, and then we had a big shark on the line a minute ago. But no, it's pretty good, man. It's if you ever get time, you got to come down here to the Keys. It's beautiful down here.
Yeah, maybe we'll head down there, pay you a visit.
James, when this is done, we want to come down and party with you, man.
Yeah.
Let's go, man. We go to Key West and drink some Vegas bombs and hit some strippers up or whatever.
I love it. And the boxing match, is it happening in Florida? Are we going to make it
We'll travel for it wherever. If you guys can make it happen, I'll do it wherever.
I like Florida. I think Florida's a good location. I think we can make it happen there.
Yeah, Florida's place. Just give me a couple weeks notice so I can. I haven't hit anything in a while, so I need to hit the bag a little bit. But
hit the bag. There you go.
That would be a way to take out some frustrations for sure. And maybe Eric Good. Maybe I can have him in the second round.
Man, he is a trickster. Every single person from that documentary dislikes him because he is not a truth teller.
He's not. I mean, he's, when he filmed me in the strip bar, no one he filmed me illegally because Florida's a two-party consent state. So he says, hey, I want to go over to the strip bar and buy you guys a couple drinks for doing all this filming. And then the little fucker has a hidden camera, and he films me where he can't film me. And, yeah, he did some corrupt shit, but it's all going to come out. He's going to have to answer to all that in court. I mean, I'm going to sue his ass too. He's going to get it.
Beautiful.
Yeah. Well, James, we want you to do a quick TikTok with us.
Have you heard of TikTok, James?
I've never seen a TikTok.
So what a TikTok is, it's a new social media site. It's similar to Instagram. But we were curious if we could record one with you. Would that be okay?
Yeah, I don't care. Hey, just beware, guys. The first hate you're gonna get a lot of hate. It's gonna be that fucking snitch or whatever. You're gonna get some hate.
Thank you, James. We think you're a beauty, and we're serious. When this clears up, we're gonna come down. We're gonna party with you. We're gonna set this boxing match up. In all seriousness, you're our favorite character.
Man, I'm down. You're the first one that actually said you make it happen. So I'm down. I know some people that have rings and whatever. Wherever we want to do it, we'll do it. Okay, I know Chris Jericho too, man. He could probably make it happen too.
And it's Carole Baskin. Killed her husband, whacked him.
Oh, yeah, I was just watching that a little while ago. So
no way.
Whacked him.
There we go. All right. Thanks so much, James. We really appreciate it again.
Yeah, y'all get that boxing match set up, man. I'll open my schedule for that, and I would love to do it.
There we go. So let's make that happen. Oh, thanks, buddy.
James, cheers to you, brother.
Cheers. Thanks for coming on.
Cheers from Risky Business. # risk it all.
Hey, appreciate it, guys. You guys have a good one, and man, maybe we make that match happen.
Let's make it happen. We'll touch base.
You take care, brother. Cheers.
All right, guys. Bye.
Oh, there we go. Welcome, everybody. Oh my God, let me start again.
You sound like.
I got to start again. That's fun. That might be the whole legs of it. Oh my God, you kissed like a freshman. Jesus Christ. Oh, fuck.
Jay went as Lance Armstrong's bike seat 4 years in a row for Halloween. Yo, guys, I think we should film the outros. We'll get some pizzas and then we'll film the intro. Yeah. Because I need to sober up. Let's do it. Let's do it. It's so hype. It's so hype.
Thanks everybody for tuning in. We are available on Instagram at Risky Business the Podcast and YouTube at Risky Business the Podcast, which if you're watching on our YouTube will be in the link below. We are available on all podcast streaming services. And thanks for tuning in. Click the like button, subscribe. Take care. Oh, that was a goodie. That was a good one.
Okay, let's stop.
I should have said you're on the podcast app.
Let's stop, order pizzas.